Welcome to Simple English Advice, the channel that explains in a simple way any topic related to English language.
Hello fellas, today we continue with the topic morphemes. To give you a reference, a morpheme is the smallest unit of language that has meaning, so you can have a paragraph with a full message. Well, this is an interesting text indeed. You can extract a sentence. It keeps having a message. You can divide the sentence into clauses, if it has. Even though the thought is incomplete, it is understandable. You can divide a clause into phrases. It keeps making some sense. You can extract a word from a phrase, which carries a meaning, and divide it into morphemes that also have meaning or functional rules. You cannot divide further on without losing the meaning. Before continuing, let me refresh a bit. There are two types of morphemes, free and bound. Free morphemes can stand alone and make sense, for example, the word crazy. Bound morphemes need to be attached to a free morpheme to function, for example, ness, and we have craziness. Bound morphemes are divided into inflectional and derivational. Inflectional morphemes don't change meaning, nor word class of the word, and they are 8. The rest of the morphemes are derivational. They change meaning or part of speech or both. Bound morphemes are also affixes, and affixes are bound morphemes. Have you noticed that some bound morphemes seen here go at the beginning of the word, and some others go at the end? Affixes cataloging let us know the position of the morphemes. In English, there are two types of affixes, the ones that go at the beginning, that are called prefixes, because they go at the beginning, and the ones that go at the end, that are called suffixes. So in the last video we got until derivational morphemes, the ones that can change either the meaning or the word class or both. However, that is not their official categorization. Derivational morphemes are divided in two, class-changing and class-mantaining. Class-changing, as the name says, are derivational morphemes that change the function or class of the word, from a noun to a verb, noun to adjective, adjective to adverb, verb to noun, and so on. Don't worry, it is not that hard. Let me explain it better for you. With only adding a class-changing affix to a word, you can nominalize it, which means turning it into a noun, verbalize it, which means turning it into a verb, adjectivize it, which means turning it into an adjective, and verbalize it, which means, ding ding ding, turning it into an adverb. We can get nouns out of verbs and adjectives. We can get verbs out of nouns and adjectives. We can get adjectives out of nouns and verbs. And we can get adverbs out of nouns and adjectives. Class-mantaining. They are those that don't change the function or class of the word. The word stays the same, however, it can change the meaning of the word, and it does. Spiritual is something related to religion or concerning to the soul. Spiritualist is now a person who is interested in the spiritual world or belongs to the movement of spiritualism. Both are adjectives, but mean different things. Brother is a person who is related to you as part of your family. And brotherhood is a relationship between brothers or an association or community of people linked by religion or social status. They are both nouns, but they mean different things. The same happens with the case of bearable, which is an adjective, and unbearable, which keeps being an adjective, but they mean opposite things. And the same exact thing happens with appear and disappear. If you can notice, inflectional morphemes are all suffixes. Most of class-changing derivational morphemes are also suffixes. There are only few exceptions. This means that most prefixes, the ones that go at the beginning, are class-mantaining. You may say, well, if class-mantaining don't change the part of speech or word class, why aren't they cataloged as inflectional? Remember that class-mantaining also change the meaning and inflectional don't change the meaning, neither the word class. They might have a rule function to express either plural or possessions or comparisons, but the changes made by inflectional morphemes are slight. They are important, of course, because otherwise they wouldn't exist, but the changes are slighter than the changes made by any derivational morpheme. If you notice, when we use morphemes, there can occur some spelling changes. There are some cases that don't seem to have rules for the spelling when adding a morpheme, but here we can point some examples and patterns. For example, doubling the final consonant in some cases. In many instances, dropping the E, changing Y for I, or just removing the Y. Co is sometimes changed by cool. For adding the suffix full to words that end in double L, we drop one L. Changing the T for the double S. There were some changes given in some cases. Let's give it a practice. This activity is called How Many Morphemes? For each word showed here, we will give you 8 seconds for you to count how many morphemes the word has. You just have to say the number in the amount of seconds required. An example could be the word unbearable. Here we have 3 morphemes, unbearable. Now is your turn. Pausing the video is cheating, so challenge yourself and see how many ones you get right. Are you ready to go? And go! Time's up. So this word unfortunately has 4 morphemes. On, fortune, et, and li. So, are you ready for the next word? And go! Time's up. This word verbalization has 4 morphemes. Verb, all, eyes. Yeah, remember that when we add and add morphemes, the spelling changes. And Asian. So, are you ready for the next word? Time's up. This word differential has 3 morphemes. Differ, and yo. Ready for the following word? And go! And time's up. So, this word battery was difficult for you? Because it has only 1 morpheme. It is battery. That's the morpheme. Ready for the following word? And go! And time's up. For this word complementary, we have 3 morphemes. Okay, so complete, remember the spelling changes, meant, and airy. Very good. Hope you enjoyed this activity. And as we want to provide you with a complete content, check the information box of this video below, and it contains a list of derivational morphemes, both class changing and class maintaining. We hope they help you study and practice.
That was it for today, guys. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and check our other videos. Do you have doubts about any topic in specific? Tell us in the comments what topic you would like us to cover for further videos. Take care!